My far left is number 14 senior Wilson Huckabee. To my immediate left is number 13 senior Tristan Comer. To my immediate right is number 15 Cooper Wagner. To his right is number 2 Tucker Heilman, and then to Tucker Heilman's right is Connor Laseski. Um, Comments on the game, just kind of just the story of these guys' career. Just come out struggling a little bit, just with like poise and composure, and then in the locker room, these guys, you walk in and it's just poised and composed, and that's it. And everyone knew in that locker room what the second half was going to look like. Everyone knew that in our locker room what the belief looked like. Everyone in that locker room understood that these guys were going to handle pressure. We're going to handle the make free throws. They were going to handle anything that Unity Christian threw at them, anything that the environment threw at them, and they were just poised and composed the whole second half, just like they have been in the second half of every single game almost this year.
You guys were able to win by double digits again, which is something that you guys have been able to do throughout the playoffs. Talk about how you guys have been able to do that, extending those leads and winning by double digits.
I think that these guys probably just adaptability. It's like whatever style of play that these guys need to play to get the job done, they can play it. If we need to pressure, we can pressure. If we need to handle pressure, we can handle pressure. If we need to play through big boy in the post, can handle that. If we need to make free throws down the stretch, we'll do that. If we need to just shoot the ball or just get the ball in certain guys' hands, they'll do that. And it's just like I wouldn't say we have necessarily like a style of play, but just the ability to adapt to whatever anyone throws at them.
You've been involved in some really big championships in baseball when you were younger. This is like a whole new level of excitement. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty amazing right now. It's a lot better to do it like for a community than it is like for just a group of guys. The baseball ones are fun, like on your own or whatever, but to celebrate this with the community and with these guys up here and with all of our teammates is something very special and something I will, cherish for a very long time.
Chris, how many pick and pop things do you take this year like you did there before?
I think I have like 2 or 3, and then I got 1 step back that I took against Bridgeport.
And I guess just how confident are you in that shot and pulling it out in a one possession game in the fourth quarter of the state championship?
Obviously, I'm extremely confident in the shot, but I gotta give it to my teammates for setting me up with a perfect pass. I've only been able to develop a shot like that because of Coach Fattel and how he runs his practices and how he teaches when to take those shots.
Tristan, you yesterday against someone you were able to get it done in the paint. Today with that 3-pointer, talk about how you were able to adapt to the 2 different styles.
I guess it's just the flow of the game. Yesterday against Summit, I didn't really need to shoot a 3 because these guys were taking care of it on the perimeter. But then against Unity, they just left me wide open, so why not shoot it?
Connor, possession right after that, you hit a 3 from pretty much the same spot in the court. What was running through your head as it was circling around the rim?
I was just saying, please go in. It felt like it was up there for an hour, but eventually it went in, and it was just pure excitement after that.
You guys obviously such a huge senior class. Like, at what point did you realize this was a possibility that you could do this?
I think coming into the year, last year, talking to some of these guys after they ended my season, I asked them, I said, hey, what are the possibilities we can make a deep run in March into the state tournament? And with the responses that they gave me, I think we were just super confident that the moment I touched down in Freeland, April 21st, I won't forget the date, we were just going to get right down to work, and there was no ego that had to be dropped. Everyone just had the common goal that we had majority senior leadership, and nobody was afraid to take the big shot. Nobody cared who scored all the points.
Coach, from your small town of Corunna, as a youngster, you played Little Cavs basketball. You were helped coached by your dad at Corunna. What's the comparison between the family feeling at Freeland to where you grew up?
I would say the family feeling at Freeland might even be a little bit tighter and a little bit closer and a little bit more connected, as with how many seniors that we have on this roster and just the parent involvement amongst this whole entire team, and just how attached these guys get to like the young fellas. And just, you look at the student section out there, you look at the community that showed up and the support, like we have 600 kids in our high school, and just the support that they have shown on this entire run and going back to last year has just been incredible. So I just think Freeland is just a special, special place when it comes to connection and families believing in the athletics that support.
Coach, you talked about your senior leadership and what those halftimes look like when you're down. Is that a lot of you doing the talking, or is it your senior leaders kind of getting into you motivated?
You walk in there and it could be any senior that is talking in there. It could be it could be a student assistant, it could be Wilson, it could be Tristan, it could be Connor Leseski, it could be you name it. And then really I think it's just more of like, what do we need to fix and what do we need to keep that really is what the essence of those locker room talks are. It's really not about ribbons. Like Connor talked about in the district semi when the fans thought the world was ending. It's like Connor was the one ripping in the whole team, and then you walk in and it's like it settled right down. Yeah.
Coach, if you could name one song that could describe this run that you guys had this year, what would it be?
Song?
Yeah, one song.
Dude, I mean, one shining moment, no question, no question. What were you baited into asking that, or?
I mean, I just, everybody always want to talk about, well, I want to ask your perspective, just something different, just to think about. When it gets your go-to attitude as far as the state runs.
I mean, if you ask some of these guys, for their whole entire high school career, we played music at our practices, and the first song always starts out with Tom Petty, and they always complain about it, and then they never. I think they just really, really enjoyed it. But one shining moment has kind of been like our calling card, these guys' calling card, and we just end every single film session before a game with one shining moment, and we progress it up until the most recent one shining moment. Yeah, they can probably sing it.
Wilson, you come from a family of basketball players at Freeland. Your last, game here at the state championship. Just talk about what it feels like.
Yeah, we've been on varsity basketball at Freeland High School for probably 10 years. My middle brother played 4 years, and my oldest played 2 years. So that's a lot of ball for my mom and dad and all my family members to watch. And just to end it on a win is something very special for us. And to go back home with this big old thing and do something that no Freeland boys team has ever done and win a state championship is something special for us. Not just me, but for all of these guys. I couldn't have done it without them. And the support that their family has for us the last 10 years has been major for my success and our team's success. And I think that's something that's very important.
Are you going to take it easy on your brothers? Since you won?
No, I'll get on them. I got the ring now, so I can talk. Actually, Bryson has a couple with college, but we'll be there.
One last question here.
I know championships aren't just won on a game, but like, what events do you think in you guys' entire lives led up to this tonight?
Yeah, I just think it's playing together throughout all those 4 summers, just really gelling together, really growing our connectivity was huge throughout our development over the course of these 4 years. So yeah.
Thank you, Coach.